What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here, and it begins. The Korok hunt officially begins. This is going to be for the Dueling Peaks region. This was the first region that I chose to hunt these Koroks in. Out of the 13 regions that I still have not, that I still hadn't done yet, this was the first region that I was in the guide that I was basically following of Koroks that I had to get. So yeah, it begins. The Korok hunt officially freaking begins, and this is what the next 13 parts of this playthrough are going to be like. It's just going to be super tightly edited footage with me giving post commentary over it. And I gotta say right now, the side quests are one thing. The Koroks, oh my god. The Koroks made me want to kill myself. There are way too many freaking Korok seeds in this game. To put it into your perspective, I was following a guide, so I at least knew where they were. I was not going to look for, 900 Korok seeds by myself. No fucking way. But I'm following a guide, and I'm doing, this by regions. Each region I spent at least, very least, minimum, about 2 hours on. The most time I spent on a region was probably was Central Hyrule. I spent 5 hours. So, we're talking regions that I've spent hours upon hours upon hours of just hunting Korok seeds. And I have to edit the footage now down to about the usual 30 to 40 minute videos, and give entertaining post-commentary along with it. Now, this is not a full-on guide, obviously. I've already collected 91 of these in the playthrough up until this point, so really, I mean, these next 13 parts is just me collecting the 800 and, why am I fucking up? Hold on, the 809 Korok seeds that I don't have. Okay, I don't know why. I was screwing up the math there for a second. Oh, actually no, 700 and whatever. The 809 Koroks that I don't have. That's what this next 13 videos is. So if you want to know where the other 91 Koroks that I've collected are, I'm sorry, but you're on your own. You have to sort of just sift through these videos and find them yourself, because I do not want to include those in what is probably going to be some of the most tedious editing I'm going to have to go through with these next 13 videos. I'm telling you guys right now, these videos are going to have to be really tightly edited. I'm basically just, every single time I collect a Korok, in between I'm just speeding up the footage. This is this first region was 2.5 hours of footage that I edited down into 26 minutes. That's how tightly edited these videos are, and I'm going to have to edit them, every single one like this, and give entertaining commentary. So if this is not a full-on guide, it's just me collecting the ones I haven't gotten yet in the playthrough, which is a fuck ton of Koroks. So that, and I won't be explaining, obviously, how to get every single Korok seed, as, you're watching this video, because, I mean, I don't have to explain these, I'm showing it, so obviously, how you're supposed to get them. Just follow what I do and you'll get them, no problem. I'll explain a couple here and there, but if I feel like the commentary is getting boring, then I'll start talking about other things, and I'll go off of the content just to make these entertaining, because I want these videos to be entertaining. I don't want these to feel like boring guide videos of me just hunting down Korok seeds, which is extreme busy work. And I mean, occasionally I think it only happens like 3 times in this video. Occasionally, the second Korok will be so close that I won't speed up the footage in between. This was one of those cases where the Korok was just chilling in the cave right here. But yeah, I mean, hunting Korok seeds, it's... you know, when you've done everything you can in this game, when you've done all the side quest shrines and everything else, and all you gotta do is just hunt Korok seeds and upgrade armor, I mean, it just kind of gets a little tedious and extreme busy work. I mean, I really had to push through collecting, you know, every single one of these Korok seeds. I spent so much time on following this guide and getting these Korok seeds that I even made my own, like, setup. You know, I would just, the way it was is I would record it on my computer, this game on my computer, and I would open up the internet on my computer, like a tab of Google Chrome, and go to YouTube where the guide was. The guide that I'm following, I'm following when I'm collecting these Korok seeds, by the way. It's a YouTube channel named Caticulated, I think that's how you pronounce it. He has a full-on guide on how to collect every single Korok seed, except one of them, because I followed his guide, and yeah, I got 899 Korok seeds, and I had no idea where the 900th one is at. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but basically, that YouTuber, his guide is the one that I followed through all these regions. So I had the perfect setup. Like, I would record it, and then I would sit in my computer chair, like, and I would open up the tab for the video, and I would have my mouse. I would sit in my computer chair, and I would have my mouse, like, on my bed, and I would listen to music and shit through my phone as the video was recording, and I would just listen to a bunch of music and, you know, funny shit while I just watched the video and, you know, went and got the Korok seeds. And I had to get the perfect setup. You know, I got the perfect setup going because I was like, I'm not going to glance at my phone, get a Korok, glance at my phone, get a Korok. Like, I have to get a better setup going than this. And I just got the setup going where I would watch the guide on my computer and listen to shit on my phone. So, yeah, I mean, I even got the perfect setup. I don't know. I guess it would have been funny if I would have taken a picture of it or some shit. I have no idea. So, you want to come here to the Riverside Stable, and you want to come to this bridge right here, and you're going to climb up, and you're going to pull out your bow and arrow, and you're going to shoot this wood thing hanging from the bridge. Olan Bridge, I think that's a reference to Skyward Sword, I think. One of the NPCs in Skyward Sword. I'm actually thinking about, once I finish this playthrough, since these Koroks are like 13 parts, mixed with the mini-boss video, which I'm going to try to fit into one video, and the finale, this is probably going to be like an 83 part finale. That's what I'm aiming for. And I'm trying to, with each region, I'm trying to make one video for each region with these Koroks. So, I don't know. I mean, this is the first region. It's kind of a warm-up. But, in the future, with these Korok videos, some of these videos might be the longest videos I have in the playthrough. I have no idea. I can't say until I edit those videos and whatnot. And I was having trouble hitting this acorn here. Yeah, there we go, I hit it. But, yeah, sometimes, a lot of the times, you'll have arrow mini games like that, and they're not hard. It's just sometimes they are kind of irritating to hit sometimes. But, yeah, I mean, just, that's all I'm doing, just running around here. I like these ones with the boulders. I think they're pretty cool, but, you know, even the cool Koroks, like, the cool puzzles, after a while, they really get old. Yeah, but Skyward Sword, that bridge we were on, Olan Bridge, I think is a reference to Skyward Sword. I was going to say, once I finished this playthrough, I was thinking about not necessarily playing Skyward Sword, like doing a playthrough of Skyward Sword, but doing a playthrough for another Zelda game, probably Wind Waker. I really want to do a playthrough of Wind Waker because Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game. Say what you will, I fucking love that game, and um, I want to play Wind Waker, and and maybe start. I've always wanted to do a playthrough for Wind Waker, so it might be my next playthrough. I don't know. I mean, I might take a break from Zelda, because you guys might be getting kind of worn out from this playthrough and might want to see something else. I was thinking about maybe getting Resident Evil Biohazard and playing that, or Ghost Recon Wildlands. I still haven't played that yet. There's a lot of games I haven't played. Like, this game has kept me busy. Like, ever since it's released, I've just been busy with this game. If I'm not recording and not playing this game, I'm editing these videos, and I've kind of found a balance, and I'm able to get movie reviews in now and TV show reviews in now, so it's not just Breath of the Wild videos, but basically this game is all I've been preoccupied with this game for the past 2 months now. I mean, because we're getting into May here, and this game came out on March 3rd, so I've been playing the shit out of this game, a lot of it, and I love it. I love it. But I'm kind of ready for this playthrough to be over now, and these are the videos that I've been dreading. These damn Korok videos. But, I mean, I'm hoping they're not as time-consuming to edit. This one wasn't that... I mean, this one took me like an hour and a half or so to edit. Or like an hour, more like it. An hour to edit 2.5 hour footage. That's not that bad. But like I said, this is just a warm-up. When we get into the bigger regions, like Central Hyrule, Hyrule Castle, oh my god. And when we get into some of the other regions, like, I'm trying to think. I think the Lake Tower region was another really big one. And the Faron region is another really, like, there's some huge, massive regions for collecting Koroks in this game, and that were just really tedious, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So, where are we at? Okay, we're at 13 minutes, pretty much. So, I think now what I'm going to be doing is fast traveling to the Riverside stable, and you want to get your horse out. I got this horse. I got Epona here. I don't know why I called this horse obviously, I don't own the amiibo. I didn't find out until recently that you can actually have Epona in this game if you have a certain amiibo. So I'm calling a horse that technically isn't Epona. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. It kind of bothers my OCD, I guess, but yeah, whatever. I mean, this is my favorite horse in the game, because it's massive. It's just a beast. I mean, you can run over pretty much anything with this horse. Well, not anything, but most things. So with this Korok, you want to take this and put it inside the tree stump. And these tree stump things are really awkward. Like, sometimes, like, not all the time, I mean, but sometimes you'll be like using magnesis, and you'll be trying to like put the metal ball into the tree stump, and it won't respond like the way you want it to. It'll continue like sliding off of the stump, and you're like, why don't you get in there? But this was one of the Koroks that I was, even though I had a guide, I had no idea where it was. Like, I was like trying to like watch the video and look at the game, like, where the fuck is this Korok? Like, I was glancing back and forth trying to figure out where it is, and eventually I do find it, and I actually open up the map so you guys can see where it is. There are a lot of Koroks like this where you have to climb up the tree and lift up the boulder. I'm so glad I used a guide. I think if I wouldn't have used a guide, it would have doubled. It would have been like 30 plus hours of me searching for these Koroks. Say what you want. I don't care. I mean, I mean, say what you want when it comes to me using a guide. I use it because I just did not want to look for these by myself. Aegis Bridge, I think there's another reference to Skyward Sword. If you look at the map, there's a lot of references to Zelda games in this game. There's a lot. Um, but, yeah, I mean, it may seem like I'm speeding through this really quickly. I am. I've sped up, like, whenever the footage is sped up in this, it's sped up to, like, ×8 footage. So, it's super fast because, like I said, I want to make sure that I don't exceed my usual runtime. I'm trying, every single time ever since I've started this playthrough, I've been trying to make the videos under 50 minutes, like 30 to 40 minutes. I've been trying my hardest to not exceed 50 minutes or past 40 minutes, like, and so far I haven't had a single video go up to 50 minutes. I don't know why. I think, you know, once it gets to an hour, like, it's more likely for someone to sit down and watch a 30 to 40 minute video than a 50 minute to an hour long video. That's just my mindset. That's why I've been trying to make them that certain time limit. But yeah, this Korok's actually pretty well hidden. You have to sort of look for it, but it's on the cliffside. Yeah. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But there's a Korok down here near this bear. You gotta watch out for the bears in this game, by the way. They will kick your ass. I remember I was actually fighting one later on in the game, and holy shit, like, you know, even at this level that I'm at right now, where I'm pretty much maxed out with everything, the bear kicked my ass, and you have to be really careful when you're fighting them. I mean, it's kind of like Far Cry in a way. You know, the bears are aggressive, and you gotta watch yourself. But, you know it sucks when you're fucking hunting Koroks here, and it starts raining, and you're climbing up, it's just, I don't know. I know I'm complaining a lot, but, and these Octoroks, I swear to God, like, they get on my nerves in this game. This is another Korok where you have to shoot the acorns that are being tossed up into the air. And I get this one fairly easily. It's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, just, it's the same shit over and over. I'm actually thinking about maybe, I mean, if this is not 100% confirmed, but I'm thinking about possibly getting someone like Nathan to commentate with me on some of these videos, because I can tell you guys right now, it's going to be hard for me to sit through, like, edit these and then sit through and commentate through all this. So it would be more entertaining if I could get someone else to do commentary with me on these, but, you know, whatever. So we're almost at the 20-minute mark, and we're getting pretty close to the end. No, well, I mean, if you're following this guide, you've probably got about an hour more of, you know, Korok hunting, because you gotta think all this sped up footage in here is at least like an hour and like 30 to 40 minutes of footage that is just sped up. There's some stuff that is cut out here. I had to do some really tricky editing. Basically every single time I go for a new Korok, there's a cut, but I had to really tightly edit it to the point to where, you know, since it's sped up, you don't notice it, like, at all, really, but I still had to tightly edit these videos. I hate these Koroks where you have to grab a rock and throw it in between this weird, like, circular rock formations, because it always takes me so many shots to actually get it in the center, but I get it here, and, yeah, that one's right there, and the next one is actually on, like, it's like up this river on like a lone, like, little island, and it's another one we have to throw it in the center, but thankfully my shot was way better here, my aim was way better, more like it. And I got that guy. And then the next Korok is actually, it's one of those Koroks where you have to climb to the top of this mountain. And you have to dive into the lily pad formation down below to get it. Yeah, a lot of these, I'm not gonna lie, there are some pretty interesting Korok puzzles in this game. Like I said, some of the more interesting ones that involve the boulders, like those are some of the more interesting ones, and those are also some of the more annoying Korok puzzles in this game. So yeah, I actually have a little bit of trouble here. Like this guardian is like starts bugging me. I'm like fighting him, like trying to kill him, but I'm also, you gotta realize, I'm low on weapons. After, I think it was the weapons connoisseur side quest, I'm still struggling with weapons, and I do get weapons back. I don't exactly remember when and where. Actually, if you want to get weapons back, just go to Hyrule Castle, like the area where you found the Royal Guard gear. That is the perfect place to get weapons in this game if you're low on weapons. Yeah, but for these next, like, cluster of region, that wasn't even the right term, but for these next, like, couple of regions, you're gonna notice that I'm low on food, I'm low on weapons. This is one of the more interesting Koroks right here. You're gonna see, like, these trees. There's gonna be 2 different trees, and you're gonna want to match the other trees by picking off only the apples, like, that don't, like here you want to get the apple right here. You want to get the apples, like you want to look at the 2 other trees, and you want to get the apples that basically aren't on those trees and match the 3rd tree with those 2 trees, if that makes sense. I'm terrible at fucking explaining things. But yeah, you're gonna come up here and you're gonna grab this boulder, and we're almost done. We've got about like 4 minutes left. Once I get into Kakariko Village, man, I got really turned around, I remember, in Kakariko Village, because, I don't know, it's easier to find Koroks, like, in big open areas like this, but when you're in smaller confined spaces like villages, it can be a nightmare. These Koroks, they're tedious, but I would say they're not that bad to collect. When you know where they are, they're not that bad to collect. There are a couple of them, though, I remember. Like, there's one in Laurelin Village that I remember was a pain in the ass. That one took me at least 30, 40, well, about 30 minutes to collect, because I was just, man, I fucking hated that one. But, yeah, I think the next Korok is, it's one where you have to climb up a tree to get it. This is where we got Hestu's maracas. And, yeah, Hestu. I'm going to say right now, it only takes about 450 Koroks, actually 455 Korok seeds to fully upgrade your inventory slots. That's really all you need. You don't need all 900. I'm just doing it because I'm super OCD, and I consider it, part of beating this game 100%. That's why I went for all 900, but really you only need like 455. Do not collect all 900 Korok seeds. I would not do it if I were you, because I'm just going to say right now, the reward is not worth it. If you've even seen it, on the internet, it's not worth it. I'm not going to get into it right now. I'll talk more in depth about it when I actually do get, the reward for collecting all Korok seeds. But yeah, we're in Kakariko Village here. I got really turned around here, but the last couple of Korok seeds are in this village. So yeah, we're approaching the end of the Dueling Peaks region. I think I take on the Hateno region next. I have no idea. So one of them is actually up here on the cliffside. And I ran around for about 10-15 minutes looking for that one. But in this video, it's only about a minute, because I edited the shit out of these videos. Or this video. I don't know why I said videos plural, but whatever. So, sometimes it looks funny when Link is running and sped up footage. Like, it looks weird. But there's another one right here where you have to shoot the arrow up at the entrance to get it. And the final one that you get is near Impa's house. It's another one where you have to... I think I'm going for that one right now. Am I? No, actually, I get this one first. And then I go for the one at Impa's house. But for the final Korok, you're going to go to Impa's house. And around the back of her house, you're going to, like, dive. It's going to be another one where you dive in the center of, like, the lily pad formation to get it. So, yeah, that was the first region of Koroks in Breath of the Wild. If you guys enjoyed this, please comment, rate, subscribe, and next time we will be taking on the Hateno region. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.